It came from the sky. In the quiet town of Blumberg, nothing exciting ever happened, unless you counted the Great Goose Parade of 1998, which no one did. So when an unusual object appeared high above the sky, glowing, humming, and spinning slowly, people reacted strangely. Someone yelled, "Ah! It's a planet! It's going to eat us!" Then they dove into a hedge. A moment later, the object fell from the sky and landed in the park. It was a strange-looking meteor. It didn't crash with fire or noise. It bounced, just once. Boink. Then it rolled to a stop next to the basketball court. It was about the size of a beach ball, dark purple with swirly green stripes. It hummed faintly, and sometimes it gave off the smell of bubble gum. Soon, all of the important adults in the town had a big meeting to discuss it. "We must preserve it and keep it safe," said the mayor. "I think it's a message from deep space," said an older lady. "I think it's an ancient egg," whispered a man. Everyone argued and nodded about what this thing could be and what to do with it. Meantime, the kids sat in the back. No one listened to them or paid attention to them. Two of those kids were named Wes and Lila. Lila said, "You know, it bounced. It doesn't look like an egg or a message. Maybe it's not what you all think it is." The adults ignored her. For the next 2 days, everyone had a different theory. Some people thought it was magic and could grant wishes. Others thought it was listening to them talk. One man said it made his elbow feel less angry. They put up ropes and signs. "Do not touch this thing. This means you." Also, no running or playing near it. Soon there were crowds. People from the news came with cameras. Someone sold T-shirts which had pictures of the strange thing on it, and people were still reacting strangely to this weird object. One time, a boy tried to skateboard near it, fell off, and yelled, "Look, everyone! I fell! That thing must hate wheels!" Everyone just stared at him, but Wes and Lila just waited, because they'd seen something the others hadn't. They'd seen it bounce. That evening, just after sunset, Wes and Lila snuck behind the ropes. They approached the meteor, or the sphere, as the grown-ups were now calling it. It didn't glow. It didn't hum. It just sat there. Wes picked up a small rock. He tossed it. The rock bounced off the sphere. Lila laughed. "I don't know what this thing is, but it doesn't look so serious to me." By the next evening, people were still wondering what to do with the object. People were selling hot dogs and taking pictures. It was almost like a party. Then the sky changed. A soft whirring sound filled the air. The stars seemed to scoot sideways, and with a silent whoosh, a spaceship appeared above the town. The spaceship hovered for a moment, then landed gently on the basketball court. The whole town gasped. People froze with hot dogs halfway to their mouths. Phones dropped. "Oh no! Aliens!" said the people. The mayor fainted very politely. But Wes and Lila were not scared. Two creatures stepped out of the ship. They weren't scary. They were tall, thin, and wearing sparkly jackets. One of them had knee pads. The other had a visor and a patch that said, Team Zarnik. They looked around, spotted the sphere, and waved. "Hey!" one of them called in a surprisingly normal voice. "Sorry, he kicked it way too hard." They jogged over, gave a nod to Wes and Lila, and picked up the sphere. It wobbled in their hands. One of them gave it a little bounce and laughed. "Still got spring," the alien said. Then they turned to the crowd and said, "Thanks. Sorry for the confusion." They hopped back into their ship. With a thump, it lifted off and disappeared into the stars. Someone started to clap, then stopped. Everyone felt awkward. Finally, they all just decided to quietly go home. Wes turned to Lila. "So, it was a ball." "I knew it was some sort of plaything," Lila said. The next morning, the ropes were gone. So were the signs. The mayor announced it had all been just a prank. No one mentioned the aliens again. But in the grass, there was a small dent, perfectly round, where the ball had landed. And sometimes at night, when people looked in the sky, they saw what might be an alien spaceball game, way out among the stars.
Like and subscribe.